every ending in Black Ops Cold War. There are 3 endings in total, 1 good and 2 bad. Here is each ending in their entirety and how to unlock them. Enjoy.
He's coming too. Bell, no more fuck.
The good ending is when you literally recognize that you've been duped by the Americans and you were only like fucked over by a dipshit who was really horny for advancement and not necessarily Perseus. Why would this be the good ending?
Fucking around. What did Perseus say? Where is he? You're disoriented, Bell. We'll explain everything later. Right now, we need to help each other.
Like, it doesn't even narratively make sense.
Bullshit is what your whole life will amount.
His is dead.
Like, okay, we're skipping.
The CIA, we need to be. And
The CIA have that shared experience, that lifelong bond to establish trust.
me? Are your hands free lead you to a place where you'd give everything up? Enough to get us where we are today, but we're not finished yet. We have a job to do. Bell, come on, we've got a job to do. You've got a job to do. The trigger phrase kept you in line, but it didn't get us everything we needed. Your innermost secrets were always locked behind a door.
There's no ending where we get the fuck
I
Park,
just need you to fully understand the stakes here. Millions of other fucking pigeons to anyone other than himself. So
Arsenal. We will detonate them all for the safety of Solovetsky.
Soldier on the line.
Would you kindly?
Everyone else gear up. We're leaving now. You mean?
It's basically, would you kindly? Yeah, would you kindly? Oh, what the fuck is this, dude?
Perseus. The CIA's analysts consider him to be the single largest threat to the free world.
You've been given an important task. Protecting our very way of life from a great evil.
The United States and its...
How can any self-respecting human being in the year 2020, the year of our holy Lord, hear Ronald Reagan's crusty-ass fucking California Andy accent going, hey, we need to protect our way of life, and go, yeah, he's right. Like, you have to be totally fucking injecting like insane amounts of American exceptionalism. You have to be on that inhalant like non-stop to be like, yeah, yes, we need to protect the glorious West and our way of life. Like, look around, man. Look the fuck around. What is the glorious Western way of life?
Allies slowly consume that which is dear to us.
We are hours away from Perseus.
Like, they didn't even do a good enough job. My point is, they didn't make a good enough job. Like, they didn't do a good enough argument. Like, that, first of all, I love that they straight up fucking openly show that it's American weapons. Like, it's American nukes based around, like, real issues that America has caused around the world.
Detonating nuclear bombs in every major European city.
We'll do whatever it takes. Some of us have crossed the line to make sure the line's still there in the morning. No one's gonna brand us heroes or villains. They don't know us. As for me, I've been chasing this ghost for 13 years. That ends now.
Like, they don't even show the impact. Like, they don't even show the fucking hundreds of millions of, like, people that you just executed with nukes. So you're so far removed from the consequences that it literally feels like the game actually sided with the USSR. Like, the devs low-key secretly sided with the USSR, where they don't even show you They don't even show you the fucking actual consequences, so you don't even feel like you killed anyone. You're like, yeah, okay, we took down the American Empire. Like, that's what it feels like.
Coming up on your right. Belikov really came through in the Soviet armor.
About time you caught up, Woods.
No way I'm missing this. Motherfuckers are gonna pay for Lazar.
Look at your chance. Solovetsky's 2 clicks out.
All units, EMP in transit.
Starfish inbound, 400 knots.
When that baby hits, we'll have 12 minutes max.
This literally runs like a military recruitment ad, though. Especially the fucking carriers that we watch. Like, that's straight out of a goddamn military ad. Like, I'm skipping through this.
Fire in the hole!
Nice work, Bill. Head for the church.
Put him down! Mason, Woods! Clear out any AA guns on the west wing!
We're on it, Adler!
Hudson, have you cleared the AA guns? We need to launch these bombers.
We got 1 AA cleared.
You know that's not good enough. I can't risk an early strike. We only got 1 shot.
It's literally more rewarding to kill all the fucking people. Like, I low-key think that the best ending is the fucking... the one where you murder everyone who fucked you over and, like, injected you with a serum to, like, mind control you with MK Ultra programs. And then you end up doming every single one of them in slow motion. And then you... literally turn it around in the end. It's so good.
You don't think I know that? Just be ready to launch when I tell you, Hudson. Contact. I hate these guys. Take them down, quick! We got 5 minutes before all the Europe goes nuclear. Pick up the pace! The power's coming back on.
These characters are absolute treasure, no redeemable qualities outside of Ura, so of course it feels better to dome them. Yeah, they were so fucking like boring and annoying. They couldn't even shoot anyone. Like, they just kept saying, "Bad guys, time to kill the bad guys." It's like, okay, like, sure, they're the bad guys, but I don't know.
We're running out of time. I gotta tell Hudson to launch. That's a big gamble if that gun ain't cleared. Watch it. Heavy MG on the ridge.
Wait, what?
Bomb strike. It's confirmed. 1 minute to bomb strike.
Radio towers are still booting up. We got a chance.
Ground team, zone is hot. You are danger close. Repeat, you are danger close.
Hell, we gotta go, now!
They did it, Mr. President. They stopped the nukes.
Thank God.
And the CIA.
Remember, like, the nukes that they put in Europe, just even in a game where they're supposed to be doing propaganda for America, it still feels like we're kind of the bad guys.
Did they get Perseus?
No, sir. His whereabouts are unknown.
And a Russian response?
Nothing yet. We're seeing signs of confusion. It's possible this was all a rogue operation. Perseus may not have been following orders from Moscow.
Well, I'll be damned. Maybe we have something in common after all.
We stopped them. Those towers are history. What's your situation down there? Come in. Woods, have you found them yet?
Over here!
Is this game supposed to make fun of America? No, that's not what it's supposed to do, but it is doing that.
Take my hand, Bell. We did it. This is a message to Perseus and those that'll follow him.
Wait, you don't even get to kill Perseus?
We don't just sit back and hope for the best. We'll make the best happen. This is how wars are won, Bell.
Or not Perseus, but at least that last guy. I know, but the one with the mustache.
There's the head, doesn't it? Bell, you made 2 extraordinary sacrifices to stop Perseus. One was without your knowledge. The other, you made that decision of your own accord.
This sucks. This is so bad.
I just want you to know that this little thing that's happened with you and me, it was always for the greater good.
Fuck this,
You're a goddamn
dude.
hero, you know that, kid.
I would just push him into the water like,
Heroes
fuck
have to
you,
make
dude.
Sacrifices. That's why when I ask you for one more, I hope you understand.
Give me a fucking kiss. Right on the
It was
wheel.
never personal.
Yeah, this game is the worst, dude. This is the worst game. That sucks. It's literally the cuck ending.
Solovetsky.
Bad ending V1. Yeah, you will never convince me this is the bad ending. Fuck, that was glorious. Okay, so what's the difference? I bet if you tried to give him the fucking lighter, he kills you, right? I assume. Or he tries to kill you?
Mind giving me a light?
I knew it. Okay, this is a little bit better than me just one-tapping him. This is better than me one-tapping him, honestly.
That street dog should have been put down long ago.
So we did this, and then where's version 2?
What a waste. You actually could have done something. Russia's so... That true, Bell? You pull us out to the middle of nowhere, Russia, so Perseus can detonate those nukes?
Huh.
Kind of fucked up logic is that? What a waste. You actually could have done something with yourself, kid. Those nukes were for defense, not offense. You don't recognize the difference?
Oh my god. Is he debate lord? Oh my god, this ending is terrible too. What, you're debate lording him in this one? Oh god, you're like a hammer and sickle tanky on the internet. Like, it's actually better to nuke everyone in Europe. Like, okay. Yeah, I definitely, without a single shred of a doubt, did the best ending possible. Where there's an ambush. Instead of me like being like, actually, it's okay that we did it's okay that we detonated nukes that you put there.
Back to Perseus, but I think I'll spare you the regret instead.
Why don't you kill him?
Apparently we didn't do a good enough job.
At least, what?
Time's up, kid. I guess I'll finish this job myself. You want to load up the body?
Fuck if I care. Leave it for Perseus to find.
Get Hudson on the horn. We gotta warn the president.
My God. How many green light nukes did he detonate?
All of them, Mr. President.
Yeah.
Does anyone know the bombs were ours?
Materials related to Operation Greenlight were anonymously released an hour ago, presumably by Perseus.
We did the rest of it already. That's it.
The Soviet Union. And if the leaders of this new world order squander the opportunity we have...
Okay. I don't think that this is pro-American imperialism. I take it back. I think this is anti-American imperialism. Because, like, you don't, like, unless you are completely delusional, which I think the devs aren't that delusional, no one, and I mean no one, would fucking string the words defensive nukes together. Like, either they're mega chuds, and also, like, there's 3 possible endings in the game, and 2 of them are pro-USSR. It's pro-America in the way Full Metal Jacket and Apocalypse Now are? Yeah. Yeah, well, I've never actually seen Apocalypse Now, but, like, yeah, it's pro-America in the way Full Metal Jacket is. But then again, most people don't recognize that, like Jarhead, for example, isn't pro-American imperialism. Like, they look at it and they think, oh, it's cool war movie. In the good ending, Adler still tries to kill you? Yeah. The writers genuinely think they make non-political games. There are a few good video essays on this. There's no fucking way.
Call of Duty Black Ops.
There's no way you can make a non-political fucking Call of Duty game. I'm sorry. Or, in their effort to make a non-political Call of Duty game, no, there's no fucking way. I don't believe that. There's no non-political, we just put fucking misplaced nukes in every European town with the off chance that we might fucking blow it up one day. Like, that's not an apolitical sentiment. That is literally just, depending on your worldview, that's either the most hoorah, fuck yeah, America, we are the sheepdogs of the world and we'll fucking eat all the sheep mentality, or it's the most, like, America is such a fucking disastrous, paranoid, psychopathic empire that, like, they literally put nukes in Europe. Like, they put nukes everywhere all around Europe. So no, I refuse to assume that, like,
I don't think it's a political game. Really? But the thing is that people read into that in different ways, right?
Yeah, like, that's a tough, like, what do you mean by political?
That doesn't mean anything, right? What? The question, is this a political game, doesn't actually mean anything, because it's, what does the word political mean to you? Do we touch top...
Dude, it means women in the video game. What do you mean? Devs, it means women in the video. Women with small titty in my video means political. No women or woman with big titty in my video, not political. No woman, definitely the least political. That's it.
Topics that bear a resemblance to the geopolitics of the world we live in today? Hell yeah, because this is that is the subject matter of
Modern Warfare devs are different than the Cold War one. Yeah, that's true. There's probably a different dev, right? This is Infinity. Wait, no, it's still... Dude wearing camouflage and talking about non-political games. Yeah, I can't even see his legs over here. Yeah, I know it's Modern Warfare, but it's not the same. It's Treyarch. It's not Infinity Ward. Okay, Treyarch is Flops is Treyarch, you jackal. Okay, man. I don't fucking know. Shut up, nerd. Yo, I'm gonna start fucking bullying you like a jock, okay? If you try to correct me on video game shit. I'm sick and tired of this nonsense where like all of you think you could just like fucking yell at me when I'm wrong about video game stuff. God damn. Not again. Is the same dude that says never talk about politics, religion, or money in public? Yeah. Activision is COD, Treyarch is Blops, Infinity Ward is Modern Warfare. Got it. People acting like these games aren't literally the same every year. I mean, they are literally the same.
Modern Warfare. Are we telling a story that has anything to do with the specific governments of any countries that we are portraying? No. Right? So if you're asking like, is Trump in the video game? No, he isn't. Right? Like it's...
Oh, then it's not political. Never mind. Oh, what is geopolitical conflict, really, without Donald Trump? Oh, this is the most liberal fucking thing I've ever heard. Oh, I love that. No. This is Modern Warfare. This is a different game. This makes it even funnier, though. Like, oh my God, fully grown adult baby right here. Holy shit. Is Donald Trump in the game? No. Well, I think it's not political then, my friend. People keep saying the only way to make a game political is if you have Donald Trump in it. Donald Trump is the end beginning of politics.
It's not. That's not.
These are sort of like timeless.
It is apolitical to kill brown people. It is apolitical to kill Russians and the Chinese if you are an American. So from his point of view, he like doesn't even understand how it would literally be political. He's like, what do you mean? Like, of course. Yeah, of course. You know, wait, is this the fucking game where they literally reversed Highway of Death and said it was Russia? Oh, come on. Bro, there were Peshmerga in the fucking game. What do you mean it's not political? Like, but this is the old, maybe they did the old one. I didn't realize they were talking about the new Modern Warfare, like the one I played. That's crazy. That's crazy. They literally took an American war crime. I did a video on this. Yes. They took an American war crime and flipped it and said Russia did the actual war crime that America did under George H.W. Bush, the Highway of Death. That's awesome. That's fucking awesome.
Questions, or maybe I should rephrase that. These are the types of questions that have been asked for the last 50 years. We do talk about concepts like colonialism and
of course, inherently apolitical concepts such as colonialism.
occupation and
another inherently apolitical concept. Go on.
Independence and
inherently apolitical. Of course, independence is I wonder what he means when he says colonialism. Like, I think this one was okay. So modern warfare was not as fucking questionable as Cold War was. Cold War, after I just got done playing it, I'm like, were these devs fucking woke? Like, it's kind of weird. When I was playing Modern Warfare, I was like, oh no, this is some hoorah fucking, join the Rangers shit. Like, Modern Warfare was just straight up, like, absolutely, like, hoorah, America always good, everybody else real bad.
Freedom. We don't maybe say those words specifically, but that's the realm that we are in. But you could have a game that takes place in revolutionary America, talk about those exact same,
the specific
conflicts.
story that we're talking about like proxy wars and the superpowers involved in Middle Eastern countries, you could set this in Afghanistan in the 80s and you'd have the same story, right? Mm-hmm. So like,
I'm so confused. Or you could take a war crime from the 90s and like put it into today and say it was like current day Russia that did the war crime. Okay.
Is it political?
Like in terms of in today's, are we tapping into the political zeitgeist of American politics?
I don't think that's the core of it, right? Yeah. But just like it's dealing with politics, it's discussing some larger themes.
Yeah, it's talking about, for example, concepts like in a world where superpowers vie for influence around the world, and where those superpowers...
I think they're trying to say both sides. Like, I think they're just trying to say, like, both sides are doing bad things, which is not the most brain-dead thing you can say. I mean, for sure, like, maybe they're based fucking anarchists, I guess, and they're saying, like, all states inevitably conduct themselves in an incredibly violent way. So it's, who am I to make a normative? Who am I to take a normative position on? To make normative statements on what one state has done over the other. All states are inherently oppressive.
Powers butt up. They don't directly fight each other. They utilize proxy allies on the ground to sort of do their bidding. That's a real thing that happens, and that's happened for the last 50 years. But what happens when those allies who are funded and armed and supported by the superpower, what happens when that support is abandoned or withdrawn? What happens to those local people then? And again, that's a question that you could have asked about Vietnam, or you could have asked about the war in Afghanistan, or you could have asked about colonial India, if you want.
Literally, in all of those circumstances, the side that you oftentimes look as the heroes are the bad guys. What the fuck is he saying right now? Like, what? Wait, I'm so confused.
Wanted to. Those are some concepts that have been around for a long time. So we want to delve into those questions and say, and again, in a world where nobody is purely good and nobody is purely evil, in that big meaty gray area in between, the conflicts that arise out of people wanting to get their way and wanting to achieve what they consider victory, and the conflicts that kind of result from that, that's the...
I've never heard someone try to say like, oh no, our game is political as shit. Of course, it's fucking war. What are you, crazy? Of course it's political. I've never seen anyone try to dance around that answer. Like, What do you mean it's war? Like, what are you, stupid? What are you, a baby? Yeah, no, politics is only when you vote, when you cast a vote. And the more you vote, the more politics it is. And also, politics is only when you vote Democrat or Republican. Like, if there are different kinds of parties, then that's not even political. That's just so completely beyond the scope of politics. Politics is just Trump. Oh, Jesus Christ. Cold War's Shanghai Studios is actually made in China, LMAO. I don't know about the story, but the development is in China.
That's the meat of the conflicts that we want to examine.
I feel like for me to honestly say, if you wanted a situation where I would say that, yes, it is a political story, I would have to be telling a story about specifically the exact administrations and governments and events in our world today. We are talking about thematic things. We would also have to have, I think...
First of all, you're lying, again, because you use real life, like, militia groups. Like, it wasn't an accident that you had female Kurdish fighters. Like, one of the main characters in the game is a very sexy female Kurdish freedom fighter, okay? Like, no, this is not Ronald Reagan. We're talking about fucking Modern Warfare now. These are the guys who made Modern Warfare. Entirely different studio. Okay? That is literally the most political thing. It's like... Sexy Pago? Wait, are we just gonna act like she's not hot? Really? Okay, sorry. Like, that's an ongoing current thing. Like, that, it's not even, like, you can't be like, oh, well, we're in the year 2019 and, you know, female Kurdish fucking fighters. Well, that's so 2017, you know? Like, you can't do that. That's still, they're still here. They're still alive, some of them. So, like, every part of that fucking sequence is political. Even in the narrow, insanely narrow framework that he's trying to apply as desperately as he can. Even in the incredibly narrow framework that he is trying to fucking just shove into this conversation to be like, no, politics is only if it's like happening right now. Like, politics is only literally right now, right this moment. That's the only thing that's political. Everything else is not. Like, even in that circumstance, it doesn't work.
A perspective on it. And what we don't, we want to present the different perspectives. We don't want to say that one of them is correct.
But you did do that. You definitely did that.
Because what we want you to do is we want you to understand this is how these people feel. This is why they fight. This is the outcome of it. This is how these people feel. This is how these people feel. And what we want you to come away with at the end...
No, they're just lying. Like, you don't... Sorry, but you don't fucking put... You don't put Kurdish fighters in your game and Highway of Death in your game and so many other things and then be like, oh, our game is not political. No, they're just fucking lying because they just don't want, like, fucking weirdo chuds to be like, well, what do you mean it's political? Like, they just don't want the backlash. They don't want to get canceled by the fucking libs or the left. Liberals don't give a shit about war. They love that shit. As long as, you know, there's like, you know, as long as it's like a little gay or, you know, as long as it's like diverse, liberals love that shit. But, you know, they don't want to get canceled by the fucking woke mob or whatever. So they're like, oh, it's not political. That's it. Like, that's all it is. It's all liberals want is some fucking renewable energy, like less carbon footprint consuming, more LGBT and more diverse work. That's all they want. This is the only thing. They want to slap a fucking rainbow flag and a Black Lives Matter sticker in the back of your fucking Abrams tank.
Is an understanding of why all these different groups fight or groups like them, and to have...
Yeah, Mango JPEG is correct. None of these people believe that their game isn't political. They just don't talk about it because it's bad marketing strategy to split your possible audience. Meanwhile, they just let the Defense Department ghostwrite their whole ass plot. Exactly.
Empathy for, I think, all of them, and what puts them in this situation that they then have to engage in war.
Okay. Trump is not in the game. He's DLC. Kotaku writers are absolutely fuming right now. Update. Everyone on Twitter is mad. LMAO. That's actually a pretty good answer. Oh, God. Dude. My goal in life for the past 2 years is getting these fucking brain dead people to be a little bit smarter about the world, because they are so delusional. Okay? They're so fucking delusional that, like, they're like, oh yeah, no. Feed me the slop. Like, yeah, it's not political. Yeah. Oh, it's a pretty good answer. Like, oh, the game is inherently political in a way because war, what this game sets out to represent, will always be fundamentally political, but that doesn't mean the game makes a statement about current politics. Like, what are you, fucking dumb? I mean, yes, the answer is yes. You are dumb for thinking that. Okay? So, Infinity Ward hit the jackpot by getting these guys on the team. Modern Warfare with Naughty Dog levels of storytelling. This game is going to be amazing. Infinity Ward is trying their best to stand your ground. Keep fighting, Infinity Ward. Do not censor anything about this game. The meme is real. Like, the meme that gamers are just fucking zero IQ and they think, like, it's only political if there's titty in the game, and that's not big titty that I want to suckle on. Like, that's literally the meme, and he's in it. He is the meme. Like, if small titty, then political. If big titty, and I want to crank it to the titty, then it's not political. Okay, good. Oh, fucking love that, dude. Absolutely love. I love everything about this. You are the smooth brain, baby. You actually were born after the Berlin Wall went down. You actually believe the USSR were good faith actors and Cuba was paid in guns and ammo by the USSR. I know the US and NATO were bad faith actors, but except the Vietnamese are the only good faith actors in communist states. Harry, to say I am wrong. I don't even know what you're trying to say, motherfucker. 24-month subscriber, Poopy Dickens. Okay, if titty has lines, then political. If titty just stands there, not political.